Hey ladies and gents, Nathan here from Bastion Games. We're bringing you our first collector booster box opening for Edge of Eternities. Super excited about this. Previously, we had pre-opened all the packs, got it all ready, tried to cram as many box openings into like an hour-long video as humanly possible. And a couple people mentioned, they're like, hey, we'd appreciate it if you did a bunch of smaller videos so that we can pick and choose what we want to watch if we have a limited amount of time. So here we are. We're doing 12 booster packs from a sealed box. All of these are going to be at the store. And I just realized that for some reason, there are no tear tabs on this collector set. That feels like an oversight. It's okay, I brought scissors. All right, here we go. So we're going to go through and remove as many of the commons and uncommons as possible, just because we're going to see a ton of them. And here we have the Galaxy Planes, full art planes. These are absolutely beautiful. You can get them out of collector booster boxes. They look super fantastic. I'm not too sure the order in which these are, so if the best card comes after this, I will start flipping the packs around. So we have, doesn't look like it. We have Bioengineered Future. You're going to see a ton of cards that are phenomenal for landfall decks, sacrificing land. Like the set is so cool. This one says, whenever this enchantment enters, create a lander token. So lander is basically an artifact that lets you pay 2, sack it to go get a basic land, put into play tapped. Basically a delayed rampant growth, if you play Magic already. Each creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. So, if you were to play a fetch land, that's 1 land. If you crack it to search for a land, that's 2 land. If you then pay 2 mana to rampant growth, to go get another land, it comes into play, that's 3 land. And then if you play a creature after that, it enters with 3 +1/+1 counters. The commander card, you'll see a bunch of these commander cards from the deck. They can come extended art, and I believe there's have a shot at some of them being Galaxy foil in collector packs. We have Famished World Sire. I love this guy. A lot of people don't. They're probably better at Magic than I am. But this is 8 mana, so it's a huge cost. This guy better win games. He has Ward 3. He has Devour Land 3. So when he enters, you can sacrifice any number of land you control. For each one you sacrifice, he enters with an additional +3/+3. So if you have 8 lands, you play him, and you crack all 8 lands, he's at 24/24. When this creature enters, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. This guy goes through a ton of land. I love this guy. This guy sounds really cool. We have the special alternate art. So this is the bonus sheet. These are not legal in standard. They are older cards from other sets with new, unique Edge of Eternities art. So this is High Market, which is a land that taps for colorless, or you can tap, sacrifice a creature, gain 1 life. Particularly good if you're stealing other people's creatures. Anti-Causal Vestige. This guy's an absolute beast. 6 mana. I believe it's the only Eldrazi in the set. 6 mana for a 7/5. He has Warp 4. And the way Warp works is, you can put the creature into play, you can cast it for its warp cost. At the end of your turn, it leaves play, goes into exile, and at any time in the future, you have to follow the timing constrictions of the card. So if it's a creature, you can only play it during your main phase. You may cast it for its regular cost later. So when this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Yeah, pretty good. And then each one comes with art cards now. They're no longer in the play boosters. And as you can see, there's some beautiful art. I hope you guys are about as excited as I am to be seeing this stuff. I was a huge fan of Final Fantasy. The next two sets are Spider-Man, followed by Avatar. But I probably think this is going to be my favorite set of the year. So we can skip the commons and uncommons. Go right to the land, which again is phenomenal looking. We have Rust Harvester. Insight Engine Extended Art. This is the balanced One Ring. Sunset Saboteur. 2 mana for a 4/1 with Menace. He has Ward, discard a card. Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature an opponent controls. Now, obviously, you don't have to do that if you're killing all their creatures. We have Blast Zone from the bonus sheet. Whoa, and this has to be, well, this happened quick. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the set that I've seen so far. The art is phenomenal. It's 5 mana for a 4/5 flying lifelink angel wizard. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of tokens are created instead. So it's not quite Anointed Procession because it doesn't work with charge counters and stuff. It only works in like with creature tokens and such, or like artifact tokens. It has Warp 2, so you can put it into play, make a bunch of tokens, double them, and then cast it later for its regular cost. Absolutely phenomenal. And we got our double-sided token. Pack 3. For future videos, I'll just clip the top of each pack to begin with to speed it up. All right, skipping all these cards, commons and uncommons. There's some really good cards in there. It's just we want to get through everything in a reasonable amount of time. So we have a beautiful forest. There's Watery Grave. Yes, all of the Shocklands have been reprinted in this set, or a series of Shocklands have been reprinted in this set. They look absolutely phenomenal. We have Horizon Explorer from Commander, Memorial Vault. We have Cascading Cataracts. So this looks like there's 1 per pack. And we have the Extended Art Foil Rust Harvester. I can just crack them the old-fashioned. These things are glued pretty good. So we have Plains. This one is not Galaxy Foil. Synthesizer Lab Ship. Commander card is an Extended Art Planetary Annihilation. Don't use it on me. We have Might Form Harmonizer. And I don't know if you can see it properly, but the art on these cards, the color choices, they did such a good job. Ooh, we have our first Galaxy Foil from the bonus sheet, Creeping Tar Pit. The Manlands look phenomenal in this set. Followed by an Esteli Reclaimer. This is 5 mana for a 5/4 flying angel warrior. It has Warp 3, so you can cast it for 3. When this creature enters, return target non-creature, non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of mana you use to cast it. So, it cannot reanimate creatures or lands. So enchantments, sagas, planeswalkers, artifacts, it can bring all that kind of stuff back. So you can use it twice, essentially. You pay 3, warp it into play, it reanimates something that's 3 or less. And then later you can pay 5 to put it into play. mixed pack. I'm going to take the commons and uncommons off. We have another island. A Gene Morph Imago. We have the extended art version from the Commander deck, the World Shaper. So if you're looking to pick this guy up as a single and not buy the whole deck, we got it. These are the planetary lands. So Avendo, Waking Haven. It is a basic land. It's a land that taps for green, comes into play tapped, but if you station it up for 12, it gains the ability to pay a green tap, add a green for each creature you control. So it is probably as close to Gaia's Cradle as we're going to get in modern day Magic. Phenomenal card. There's a cycle of them. We got Thespian Stage. And we have a Godless Shrine Galaxy Foil. These are called viewport lands because you're inside a spaceship looking out. Absolutely phenomenal. That one's a huge hit. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut this one. Let's get rid of the chaff. We have a Galaxy Foil Mountain. Man, basic lands don't look much better than these. Holy smokes. We have a Lumen class Frigate Foil. We got another Patrolling Peacemaker. This one's extended art. Pinnacle Starcage. Now, this one is an artifact. When it enters, exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less until it leaves the battlefield. So if you want to mess with a bunch of people that are playing cheap, like all the 2-drop mana rocks or Soul Ring or anything like that, this can put a wrench in their plans. It also has another ability, pay 8, put each card exiled with this artifact into its owner's graveyard. Then create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each card put into a graveyard this way. Sacrifice the artifact. Just a solid card all around. I'll definitely be playing it. We have a Blast Zone that's foil. And we have Extinguisher Battleship. 8 generic mana to play. When this spacecraft enters, destroy target non-creature permanent. Then this spacecraft deals 4 damage to each creature. It has 5 to station, and it becomes a 10/10 flying trampler. Some sets, the packaging is significantly tougher than the other ones. So we have a Swamp, Sacred Foundry. So we're seeing a bunch of Shocklands. Festering Thicket, which is the Commander only card. Beyond the Quiet, phenomenal art. Exile all creatures and spacecraft. Reflecting Pool and Starwinder. So Starwinder is a 7 mana 7/7 Leviathan. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. That's pretty good. And it has Warp 4. So if you have a bunch of stuff on the table already earlier in the game, you can warp this in and draw a ton of cards. Oh, the glue is getting the better of me. We have the same mountain, this one regular foil. Still beautiful. Zoo Ifrit, Osteoharmonist. Solar Array from Commander decks. Sunstar Chaplain. Ancient Tomb. This is probably one of the cards that you want to get Galaxy Foil. I'm sure it's worth a pile of money. I have a friend who's looking for one, so we'll be doing pack openings for a long time trying to get them for him. And Archenemy's Charm. Sick art. 3 black mana, so not really splashable. It's an instant. Choose one. If you've seen, there's Archmage's Charm. There's a bunch of charms that do stuff like this. Exile target creature or planeswalker. So straight up, just fantastic removal. Return 1 or 2 target creature or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Or put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. It gains lifelink until the end of turn. So all 3 options are good. I'm just going to cut the tops right from the beginning. In fact, I'll cut them all. Four packs left. So if you guys are looking for any of the pre-release events for these, we have them Friday at 7 p.m., Saturday at 5 p.m., Sunday at 5 p.m., and then the following Wednesday at 5 p.m. as well. Super excited for them. I feel like this this set's going to be absolutely fantastic and limited. So we have another Swamp, Hard Light Containment, an Extended Art Scouring Swarm, the Eternity Elevator, Stirring Wildwood, and I'm going to get this wrong. I didn't realize you could still get them in foreign, but I believe this is the anime version of the 2-drop guy, or no, he's a 4-drop guy, Warp 2, that doubles, he's like Panharmonicon on a creature. So probably a fantastic card to pull this version of. I need one in English. 3 packs left. Skipping ahead. Got another Forest. We have a foil Evendo. Radiant Summit Extended Art. Sammy Wildcat Captain. Wandering Fumarole is the bonus sheet. And we got a special art Nexus of Fate. That's a baller card. This is, I believe, is the first reprint this card has seen. And the only one that you can get extended art. So we have a Galaxy Foil Island. So beautiful. A Loading Zone. Depth Shaker Titan Extended Art. Starfield Vocalist here. Let me skip back here. That is this one. Same card. Obviously, this one looks cooler. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers again. And it has Warp 2. Absolutely solid card. And then we have a Needle Spires. And, ooh, an Extended Art Foil Starfield Vocalist. Yeah. If you don't know, I am an avid player of Magic the Gathering, which is sometimes bad for my business because I take a lot of cards that I probably shouldn't for myself, within reason. All right, last pack of the box. We have a Plains, Pinnacle Emissary, Uthros Research Craft from Commander. We have an Extended Art Watery Grave. We have Contested Warzone. And we have a Synthesizer Lab Ship. So this one has Station 2+. It costs 1 mana, first off. So it's a 1-mana artifact. At 2 charge counters, it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, up to one other target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 2/2, gains flying till the end of turn. When it's stationed at 9, it becomes a 4/4 flying vigilant spacecraft. All right. There is the first box. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be opening a ton of this. We're going to be doing videos. We already did a video for commander decks. I'm going to be doing videos for opening individual packs until I hit that ancient tomb, if I do. So yeah, if you enjoy it, check for more. We'll have these on our YouTube channel. We'll be posting them in our Discord server. And I hope to see you this weekend. Thanks very much, guys.